Good evening. Okay, I hope everyone is doing good. And did you complete your practicals? Yes, completed. Done. Okay, good. So those who have completed, that's good. Those who have not completed, so please take your time and do it. So today, I've already logged into the machine, and what we need to do quickly. So after changing port IFS, you are unable to open GUI. So you need to actually reload the daemon also. I put it there, right? You need to restart the Jenkins. Be back. Okay. So guys, what we're gonna do is first of all, let us go ahead and then install Jenkins first. Start this. So what are the things that we have learned yesterday? Can you quickly recap? Transferring the files. Okay. Installing plugins. Restore the deleted files. Local variables. Global variables. Jenkins environment variables. Port change. Passwordless logins. Yes. And we have done build periodical cron job also, right? Yeah. Already just put it in Google. You'll get it there. Yeah. Somewhere some options will be there. Here in settings. Okay. So what we're going to do is now today we have done the build periodically cron job concept, right? So that a build will run automatically at the schedule time. Yes or no? Build will run automatically at the schedule time. So can automatically at the schedule time, but whatever the code is there inside it, that will run. Will it pull the code from the repository and run? Let me click. Yeah. So what I'm talking here is, guys, generally, when you go for the cron tab, when we go for the cron tab, generally what will happen at that particular time, whatever the code is there, automatically it will run. It will build it. So it will not check the latest code. So what you need here now is, there is if something code changed, where in the repository, if someone changed the code, and there is a concept called poll SCM. Say that. Which one? One more time. Yeah. So poll SCM is there. With that concept, what we can do is, we can, whenever there is a change in the code, automatically the build will get triggered at that particular time. Whenever there is a change in the code, let's say for example, bin ran completely done. Now you created a poll SCM concept. Poll SCM also concept is same like cron job also, cron tab only. But what will happen is, whenever someone updated the code in the GitHub, automatically build will trigger based on the schedule that you have done on the poll SCM. You getting it? So let me show you that. So what is the concept called? Poll SCM. So cron job will run based on the schedule, but it will not take the latest code from the GitHub. But whenever you use poll SCM, what will happen? It will pick the latest code from the GitHub, and then what will happen? It will run the build. If someone has modified the code in the GitHub and then using poll SCM, the code will fetch again from the repository and will run the build or not? Yes. Cron job will just schedule and it will build it. But will it take the latest code? No. But if you want to take the latest code and run the build periodically, then go for poll SCM. Clear? So let's have a couple of juicy topics are there. Let's finish and we'll go for the interesting thing here today. It will pull the latest. If you clear it, it will pull it. No? If you have the code already exist in the server, then it will run the same code. Otherwise, if you use poll SCM, it will fetch the code. Yes, exactly, Kalyani. Okay, so what we do is, let us go and create one small build. Tell me how to create a build using Git. Let's do the Git integration. Okay, so what is that? I suggest Git integration. Okay, let's for example poll SCM, poll SCM. Which one? Restyle and click on here. Okay. Okay, here what I need to do? Git. So we need to use our repository or not? So which one here? This one. Copy this, and then put it out here. Okay. So do you remember here we learned about if we come down master build periodically concept? What we did here, we have scheduled it or not. So here this build will schedule, this build will run automatically based on the schedule that we have given here. But we have a concept called here poll git SCM polling or poll SCM here. Or we have what here poll SCM. So if you select here, this is also related to what here? Schedule. This is also related to your schedule. Do you see this here? I don't think so. You read that. But what we do is, whenever there is a code change, automatically this poll SCM based on the schedule that we have done, the latest code will be triggered and the build will run. Okay. Should we schedule it quickly here? Do you remember what is the tool that we have used? I don't remember. What was that? Cron? Contact group. So what is our UTC time or not? Sorry, where is that? This is UTC time, right? Our server is UTC time, right? So just wait. UTC time. What's the time here? UTC time? 2:20. Or else here also we can check it, right? UTC time now. 2:20 p.m. So can you schedule it now for 2:25? Tell me how. 25. The PM. PM. That means how much? 14. Okay. This one is day. Today is 30. Next one. This one. So at the 2:25 on the day of the month 30 and on Thursday in January. So this will work for us or not? So you understand how to do the cron jobs? Nice, yeah? Okay, so what you do simply here, go ahead and then put it. But here, what is the time that we have gone to? 25 minutes are there, no? So what we do is just go and click on save. So now what will happen? Exactly on that time, what will happen? build will happen. But this will get the code from the repository. Generally, as this is a fresh one, as you said, do you have any code here? There is no clean code. What we do, it will freshly get the code or not. But if it's running multiple times, let it build first, and then what we do again? I'll just go and modify some data inside the GitHub, and based on that, automatically in this Polysiem, so automatically the latest code will be taken. Understood? So let's wait. So it is 5 minutes is too much, right? 23 minutes. Should we go and put down a little bit? To 20? Or I put it? Okay. So see here. So cron just run at the time based on the schedule, but it will not take the code from repo. So latest code, it will not take. It will take it. It will not take latest code from the repo. So what if I need like someone push the code on my source or my source code change, automatically build should happen based on the schedule. If someone has modified it, and then I want that latest build to happen with the modified code. So what will happen? What we need to use? Cron build periodically or Polysiem? Do you understand the difference between build periodically? Build periodically, what will happen? The same build will be running periodically based on the schedule that you have given. But will it take the latest code? No. But if you want to take the latest code whenever the code modified in the GitHub, the latest code wants to get built, then which one you use? Polysiem. Both are scheduling purpose only. Both are scheduling purpose only. But there is a difference between the fetching the code, right? Okay, now that Polysiem anyways will work here. So, but now tell me, Karthik is there. Karthik is a developer here. Karthik is a developer. What he did, he has done a modification in the code. He has done a modification in the code. Will it build immediately now? My schedule is at night 12 o'clock. Tell me now. So it is pending. Do you see that? It was pending. That means what? Ready to build. It got schedule. Now it got schedule or not here? See here. And it fetches the latest code also. Build is success. Yes or no? So now what happens here? Now if I go to this my Java code, I mean whichever the code here in the source, if I go ahead and then update any file inside it, which file in the main? In the web app. Wait, slow. So in index.jsp is there, right? Today we will be seeing what is there in index.jsp. Today we'll be seeing that. Let's see. So guys, here we'll go and modify some data here. If you go and modify some data here, right? Automatically now the build will happen. Immediately will happen. Tell me. Answer is no. Now let's say for example, this guy Karthik has modified the code, and I have scheduled the build at 12 o'clock. So definitely should wait for 12 o'clock or not. But you want to run it immediately. You understand the differences here? Previously we have done the build periodically concept. That meaning at the particular time automatically build will happen. Will it take the latest code? No. But if you want to take the latest code, then which one will use? Polysiem. So Polysiem also used for schedule purpose. But what will happen? It will take the latest code. But whenever the developer has updated the latest code, immediately it will not run. So the developer needs to wait for that time for the schedule. Then only the latest code will get deployed. Is that good? So Karthik has patience to wait till 12 o'clock? No. He always hurry guy. He's joking. And what he did is, sir, whenever I modified anything in my GitHub in that repository, immediately build to run. Immediately. You're getting it? If you want that, then we need to go for webhooks. Which one? Which one? Understood? So the difference between build periodically, Polysiem, and then webhook. 3 different concepts. Now in real time, which one is better? Understood? Polysiem. I'll tell that. So there is, sorry, if you have webhooks, why we go with the Polysiem? Now I have 10 teams. And I have each team has 10 builds. How many builds are there now? 100 builds. How many builds? If for 100 builds, I put a webhook. And all these 10 developers, what they started modifying the code and they have committed the code, they push it into the GitHub. What will happen? 100 will run or not? What will happen to my server? You need that. So I'll tell that. And in this my 10 teams, which team is my important team? Production team. Testing team. Developer. Right? So what I do for production team, I'll give the what is that? Webhook. For testing team, Polysiem. Which one will go for? Polysiem. Which one? Polysiem. So I'll tell the testers, anyways, it's not that important. So please wait at 11 o'clock. Your build will run at 11 o'clock. So tester will be waiting till that time. And in the tester, if I have my close friend, you understand who is maintaining the CS server? He has some kind of. So if I get something called extra one piece or some extra something, then what I'll do? I'll go and run that build immediately. Can we run manually or not? I can have multiple builds. Can I run manually or not? So he will say, please go and execute one build, little bit, build. Immediately I need to do some testing. Or say, hey, your Polysiem, wait for 11 o'clock. But if someone asks me, hey, please do something, I'll go and click on build. So you understand? So when do we go for build periodically? When do we go? So there are few builds which is not that important and it has to build periodically. Then go for which one? Build periodically. And there are something based on the teams I need to go and hold it only at that time only the build should run. Then go for Polysiem. And then if I want immediately to work on Webhook. You understand the differences? This is an interview question. What is the difference between build periodically, Polysiem, and Webhook? Clear? All actually clear? Okay. We will be removing, right? So will you go with build periodically and Polysiem both at the same time? No. Doesn't make any sense, right? Finish. No need to use. Okay. So what is the next concept what we are talking about? Webhooks. So we need to go with the webhooks now. So what is webhook? If you want to run the whenever you do the modification, if you want to run it immediately, then go for what today? Webhook. So for this webhook, what we need to do is we need to do some small configuration. What is that? Small configuration. What we need to do here is I clearly wrote it here. So we need to go to the settings of your repository. Which repository that you want to modify? Java project Mavenue. Which project is it? Java project Mavenue, right? So go to here, settings. Say that here, go to settings. Come on, today's internet is slow a little bit. Internet is slow or GitHub is slow? Okay. So on the left side, what we have? Webhooks. GitHub is slow, Ranjan? Okay. For you guys also slow? Acha, GitHub is down. GitHub is damal. Yeah? That's how we do the practicals. No, I'm just kidding. But you see, is it good to give this kind of, what do they have any kind of high availability here? No. But they'll keep these nasty face. Unicorn, right? Guys, for you, okay. Okay. So they're doing some update. Correct. See, my students Abhishek is saying, why don't they do blue green deployment? Yes or no? That is how you need to go and tell in the project that why don't you use blue green? Why you are touching our existing environment? What is the nasty word I will use? Blink of eye. What is that? Blink of eye. I am blinking since 10 minutes, but it's not working. Yeah. Good, Abhishek. So okay, Nana, see here. So because they are not using DevOps. Good, no? Yeah. Good. So guys, please see this here. Explain WordPress project. Correct. So where do we go again? Go here. Go to the unnecessary click. Okay. So I clicked on here. What is that? Webhooks. And what we need to do here? Add webhook. Okay. So let's go to where? Settings. Okay. And then click on webhooks. Today I taught you to show the deployment. How to set up Tomcat. Shit. And then, but unfortunately, all the companies are depending on this GitHub only. But we have Bitbucket also, no? So depend. Atlassian is a Bitbucket is from Atlassian, right? So GitLab is different. GitLab also it is like a source code only repository, but you cannot say it SCM. It has some DevOps related things. Okay, so how it works here? Click on here, add webhook. I already added for sample purpose. Here, click on here, add webhook. And if you see this webhook, you need to put the IP address of what here, Nana? Yes, we can do that, Rajesh also. If it is like this, very hard, yeah. Okay, so do you see this is when I click on add webhook, here we have payload URL. Say that. So payload URL, you need to put the whenever. Okay, now tell me here, whenever there is an update inside this particular repository, what should run? Jenkins build should run or not? So here payload URL, which URL I need to put here? Jenkins URL. Which URL? So copy our Jenkins URL here, and then what you need to do here? Paste it. And here we put it here as GitHub-webhook. Say that. So HTTP, put that here, and what is here? GitHub-webhook /. So this is the URL that you need to put. And content type, you need to go with the application name JSON. And rest, just keep it default and click on here, add webhook. So don't worry, that URL I have given here already. Okay, you don't need to write down. So just click on add webhook. Okay, meanwhile, what I do? Should I remove the poll SCM concept? So let's go and click on configure. And then what I do here, I'll remove the poll SCM. And then what I need to check? GitHub hook trigger for git SCM polling. You need to select this. If you select this and save, whenever I do, again unicorn came. So whenever I do any changes here in the GitHub, okay, so do you see this here? So what is our URL here? 114, right? 114. So I'll leave the old one. It's not working. So from the Jenkins point of view, understand what you need to select. So go here and which one you need to select? Select the repository here, and then what you need to do? GitHub hook trigger for Polysium. If you want, you can add the build step also. Which one you go for? Top level market. Here, what I need to do? Clean. You have done practice that one, right? So what is it here? Clean package, and click on save. So I don't want to build this manually. I want this unicorn to build. Okay. Okay. So we have added the webhook or not? So what we do? Should we go and modify some code here? How to click on here? Code. Guys, online for you also same, huh? Slowness. These problems is today 4 p.m. Huh? Really? Okay. Acha. It up down. Acha. On Twitter they have posted. We are investing reports of the evaluation full request 9 minutes ago. That was down 50 seconds. No. That's a license based, no? Company has. But the thing is they are using Jira and they are using some Atlassian tools, right? And with that Bitbucket will come. That's the reason they are using it. Hey, gateway timeout, see GitHub. Okay, so let it come here. So again, so if I show that, then okay. So next here, click on configure on Jenkins. See here, what is this next here? What is it? Discard old bills. Say that. What will happen? Discard old bills meaning whatever the bills that you have done before, everything will get deleted. Discarded meaning here, deleted. Will you do this? Not required. Don't do it. But if at all you want, because sometimes if you have a storage space issues, then what you'll be doing, you'll be discarding the all old bills. Get a project. So this project is parameters we have seen. And what is this here? Total bills. Say that. Total bills. Total bills meaning here. So number of bills that you want to execute in this time period. Let's say, for example, if I put 3 here, so meaning here in 1 hour, how many maximum builds I can execute? 3 builds. That is called your what? Or not. So for that reason, I'll restrict here that in 1 hour, maximum how many builds I can do here on this job? 3 builds. So you can restrict it. That is from what? Total builds. Say that. So job level, not global level. It's related to job level. Okay. So online is this clear on the total builds? Huh? Okay. So total builds done. And one more I want to show you here is. Do you see this here? Triggers builds remotely. What is that? Online, put it in the chat. What is that? Trigger builds. As the name clearly says. What it says? Slowly tell me. So remotely, if you want to trigger the build, like a switch, you have the build running here, right? So you have the build running here. Git integration policy, example, this is a build, and you want to trigger the builds not from here, from remotely somewhere. So what you can do is you can enable this trigger builds remotely, and then you need to use this URL. You need to put Jenkins URL, job, this, and token. You need to put the token. Let's say, for example, authentication. I put my name. You can give any name, and then what is the URL that you should follow here? Jenkins URL. What is my Jenkins URL? This one. Okay, na? Jenkins URL. I put next. Job. All these things. Token is equal to 2/ token is equal. Which is the token I have given? If I use this URL, okay. Okay, I'm just clicking on save. Okay, still down. Okay, how many builds happen here? Online. If I give online, everyone will click no. Okay, let's try to give to online. Okay, online, you guys are remote. Click on it. See what is happening. Tell me what is happening. Authentication. Okay. Sign it to the Jenkins. Yes. Did someone already? Do you see this here? Someone. Oh, everyone started it now. Okay, you understand the concept now? So people are okay. Hold on, guys. This is my server. This will die. Hold on. Okay. So already in progress. I don't know how many it's pending now. It's already running here. It's pending now. So you understood? Now quickly, what I do now? 3. That's why total 3. And that too, my build executors are only maximum 2, right? So yes. Total we have removed. I think I have removed total builds. So what I do now? Simply go ahead and then remove this. So I don't need to explain now. You understand what is remote build jobs here? Understand? Online is this clear? Online clear? Super. Okay, so what I do, I click on configure here, and then I want to show you Git is up here. So let's see, let's go there, and then so we have seen this total builds, and then we have seen trigger builds remotely. We'll talk about this periodically. We have seen, and what is this here? GitHub hook trigger for AWS polling. So I've saved it. So let's go and modify some file here. My GitHub is up, hopefully. Not hopefully. Okay, that's fine. But will you do it or not? No, it's done. So will you do this? What you need to do? Just go ahead and add that webhook. What's the URL? Just put the Jenkins URL / GitHub-webhook/. So if you put it and then configure it and then come to your Jenkins and then just enable, what is that? Okay. So what you need to do here, you just need to enable this. If you enable this, what will happen? Whenever you modify anything in that particular file, in the particular repository, automatically what will run? Build will run. So I don't know, do I need to wait for it? Can I move on? Let's move on. Online, is it clear, Nana? As the GitHub is down, so let's move on to the next thing. Okay. Linga, say wait. What is there to explain, Macha? Do I need to explain this? What is there to explain? So what I'm saying here is, Dinesh and everyone here. Okay, hold on, see. How many builds were there? 4 builds happened, right? Index.html. Okay, here you see edit. Okay, I'm modifying some file here. So what I'm modifying something. Hello, I put it. Commit changes. I committed the changes. Now what will happen here? Do you see? Understand? So the build started here. Now it is started. For this, you want me to show it again? So this is what I'm telling you. You can do it. So okay, fortunately it's done. So you understood here concept. Webhook concept is clear. Online. Webhook concept is clear, please. Super. So now let's go to. Let's stop this because we are unable to concentrate. No, you are unable to concentrate. No, right? You are right. Online. Are you concentrating or not? Yes or no? There is nothing. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's keep this Jenkins aside, and then let me show you how to set up Tomcat today. Okay, and then by the time I think GitHub will up, so then we'll integrate this Tomcat to Jenkins. Which one? Jenkins. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's not waste the time. Time is very precious. Okay. So let's move on. But is it clear on what? No problem, Chandan. So what did we discuss till now? Tell me. First one is SCM. Differences between build periodically, SCM, and then Webhooks. And I showed you the practicals on build periodically. I showed you the practicals on SCM. I showed you the practicals on Webhook. Clear? And then again I showed you what? Threshold builds. Threshold. What is it? Total build. What is that? Total builds. So that is also clear, right? So now what we do is now let me show you how to set up a Tomcat. What is Tomcat first of all? Tomcat is a application server. Say that Tomcat is a application server. So what is the language? What is the coding that we are using here? Java. Which one? So whatever in GitHub, whatever the project that I have here is, what project is this? Java. So Dinesh, in real time throttle build, which scenario user? I already explained, right? See the throttle build. If you don't want, let's say for example, if any developer is trying to build multiple times the same job again and again, if multiple developers are building this job again and again, So my server will get crash or not. The server performance will go bad. For that reason, I'm telling clearly that this build can be executed in 1 hour. How many times? 3 times. Example, you can go for 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, whichever the time that you want. So that is like restriction you're putting it. Total build is what? Restriction. But that mention time, how many builds you can do it, that is called total build. Dinesh, okay? Okay, so this is the Java code that we are using. Now, in order to deploy this Java code, where do we deploy? In Tomcat. Where do we deploy? Tomcat. Tomcat is called application server. What is that? Tomcat is called what? Application server. Apache is called what? Web server. We have done a lot of times in Apache. In AWS, we have done Apache. In Linux also, we have installed. Nginx also, we have set up. Remember? But this time, I've showed you how to set up Apache. I've showed you how to set up Nginx web server. I showed you how to set up which one? Nginx, reverse proxy. And now today, I am setting up what? Tomcat. We'll set up a Tomcat and we'll try to deploy Java application in Tomcat through Jenkins. Ready? Let's do. You understand the scenario online, everyone? So in order to deploy application from Jenkins to Tomcat. So this is Jenkins and this is what? Tomcat server. This is Jenkins, so this is what here? Tomcat. App server. What server? App server. And what we need to install here? Tomcat. And what we have here before? What is this? This is GitHub. Which one? So this is code. This is build. And also what we are doing? Testing it, right? So we are doing the testing. And then what is this? This is, so we are building also, we are testing also, we are creating a artifacts also, and this is what? So we are creating a pipeline now, right? What happens is here. So I have a Java code already here in the GitHub, and I created a build job here already, and I mentioned the GitHub related things here in the build job. Yes or no? And this Tomcat information also I need to provide inside my build job, inside the Jenkins. Once I build a job, whatever the var file that is generated inside it, we have the maven or not? So we have the maven inside to generate the var file or not? That var file should go and deploy on the Tomcat automatically. Ready this project? Did we do this? Okay, no. Online, is this clear? First of all, concept is clear. So what we need to first we need to set up the Tomcat machine or not? Let's go and set up the Tomcat. So let's go and launch instance and call it as what? Tomcat. And then we'll go with Amazon Linux to where? Just a second now. 7:30 p.m. batch. 1A. Select existing here. Here it is fine. And then launch. Refresh. We have Tomcat. What is the question? You can integrate whichever you want. Yes. So should we go to Tomcat? Let's go and log in. So let's go to login. So Malika is asking, sir, can we use the same machine for Tomcat? Can we use Jenkins machine, the same machine inside the Tomcat? In real time, it will not be like the scenario for sure. Answer is no. But if it is possible, possible. But it is recommended, highly not recommended. So okay, let's log in. So, okay. So what is this first server is Jenkins server. Let's set up the name. How to do that? Host name, CTL, set hyphen, host name, and what is this? Jenkins. Sudo hyphen Jenkins. And this one also. Tell me how to do that. Host name, CTL, set hyphen, host name, and then Tomcat. Sudo hyphen I. So now we clearly understand that is Tomcat. And then I go to which one? Home. Which one? EC2. So here also I go to our home and then EC2. Okay. So let's go to the Tomcat and let's try to install Tomcat here. How to set up Tomcat nicely. So what we did, we have launched the Linux EC2 instance, right? So first what we do is I'll show you how to set up Tomcat manually. Then I'll give you the script to set up the Tomcat automatically. So in order to learn automatic, first we need to learn what? Manual. So manual installation is must first all the time. So let's go in manually now. So here there is a URL where you can go and download the Tomcat. So what is the URL here? DLCDM. Let's go to that URL. Enter. And this is related to Apache Software Foundation distribution directory. Inside this Apache related, company related, all bloody. Inside this, which is the software that we need to select? You see here. Okay, which one? Tomcat. Guys, this is the so many people what they do is they just go to Google and try to search for how to install Tomcat, and they might be using the old versions, which is not at all good. So officially, I'm going to this documentation. So inside this, so what is the latest version here? Which is the latest version? Online 11. So I told you always go for N-1. Which one? N-1. N-1 means which one will go for? Tomcat 10. Because Tomcat 10 is a stable version. So 11 is the latest version that got released. There might be a chance of having the bugs. It's not mandatory, but there might be chances. So Tomcat 10 is a stable version. Go inside the Tomcat 1 and go inside it. 10.1.34. What's the version here? 10.1.34. Inside this we have bin. Inside this we have our Tomcat installation. Do you see this here? You have so many. In Windows also you can set up the Tomcat. In Linux also you can set up the Tomcat. You see exe file? Exe file also in the Windows you can execute. But here which one we are using? Windows or Linux? Linux. For that reason, do you remember we have done this start.zz in Linux? Remember? Tell me yes or no. Otherwise my Linux entire days will get wasted. In Linux, a lot of things we have learned, right? So how to create a tarball, how to create a unzipping, how to pull files, how to zip directly, everything we have learned, right? And this is the guide that we need to install. So right click and copy. x64. Not exe. Go with this one. Exe file. This is for Windows. You have source files also, some binaries also. You have so many, right? Okay. So correct 9. So what we do here? So this is the URL that I got. Yes or no? Guys, yes or no? This is the URL that I have copied. So now what I need to do? So to copy it, we need to install. In order to work this Tomcat, we need to install what? Java first. How we have yum package manager for that. Similarly, for Amazon Line, which version we are using? Which Linux we are using? Amazon Linux. So AL2 we are using. Amazon Linux 2. In that Amazon Linux 2, the package manager is Amazon Linux Extras. If you are using Red Hat, go for yum. For Amazon Linux 2, Amazon Linux Extra. Should we go and install this Java? Okay, let's go install Java. See now here, Java is installing and Java is installed. Java is installed. Perfect. Java is installed. Now we need to download that zip file or not? Tomcat zip file. What's the command to download? Duplicate. Very good. Which command? Duplicate. Remember Linux. So duplicate. So we use the duplicate and just now I copy paste the URL or not? So this is the URL that we need to download. So duplicate. Duplicate. Download it. Download it. And if I do ls, do I have my Apache Tomcat zip file? Yes or no? What this is the zip file. Now what we need to do? We need to unzip it. So what's the command? Tar. Which one? Tar hyphen xvf. Remember? So you can use this tar hyphen zf exists. We can do this. Tar hyphen which one? Zxvf and then which one? Apache. Enter. Okay. I clear it. Should I increase the size? And do ls. So we have the directory now. Apache directory. Okay, now command by command I'm explaining here, right? So now what we need to do is we have unzipped that, we have untar or extracted the zip file, and inside this, let's go inside the Apache. What's the command? cd Apache. If I do ls, do you see these are all the important directories that we have in the Apache? Inside this, we have a directory called conf. See that? So go inside the conf. What's the command? cd conf. Do ls. So do ls here. So do ls, and do you see this here? There are so many files are there or not? So inside this, we have something called tomcat users.xml. Say that. So we need to create users to login or not? In order to use the Tomcat, what we need to do? We need to create the users. So we need to edit this file. So don't worry, I have written everything here. What we need to do this? Edit it. Say that what's the command to edit? vi tomcat users.xml. Enter. Okay, now come down slowly. And if you come down in the last, and we need to add, go to insert mode. And then here we need to add these 3 lines. What does these 3 lines represent? Role name, we are creating a role name called what? Manager-GUI, manager-script. And what's the username we are creating? Tomcat. What's the password I'm creating? Root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, our favorite one. Right? So here we have roles and then we are asking the roles. Simply what you need to do? Copy. You all understand how to create the users? Now what you do? Just right click and then paste it. Please remember the username and password. What's the username? Tomcat. What's the password? So how to save? Save the file. So we created users now. And then we need to go inside this directory meta-inf. And then what we need to do? We need to delete a couple of files here. So let's go inside the file. So which directory? Web apps manager. But where I'm here now? Inside the conf. I need to go back. What's the command? cd dot dot. If we do ls, so I need to go to web apps. Do you see web apps here? Go to cd web apps ls, and here I should go under manager. cd manager ls. And do you see meta-inf also? Go inside this meta-inf. And this bloody context.xml is there. So in this, we need to delete a file. So a couple of lines. So let's go edit this context.xml. And here, do you see this here? These 2 lines? We need to delete it. Why we are deleting? We are telling, in Jenkins we have the IP address, no? In Jenkins we have set the IP address. Similarly, here also you can set the IP address. By default, it is having local IP address 127.0.0.1. But here we are not allowing any IP address. I'm just simply deleting these 2. What's the command to delete these 2 lines? dd or else 2dd also. Save the files. What's the next step here? Simply next start the Tomcat. So where is that? Under the bin directory. But where are we? I'm clearing it. pwd. Where are we? So I need to go back to the main directory. What's the command? cd dot dot slash. Remember this command. We want to still go one more. And now I need to go to which directory? Bin directory. cd bin ls. And do you see this here? Startup.sh. How to run this shell file? sh startup.sh. Understood? Understood? Online. What it says now here? Tomcat started. So Tomcat, what's on which port number? 8080 again. Which port number? If you want to change, you can change that also, no issues. Right? And how do I access my Tomcat now? So go to our Tomcat IP address and then paste it :8080. And the Tomcat is up. You all understand how to set up Tomcat? We have set up the Tomcat, but we deployed the application. So in order to deploy the application, we have multiple things. Here, go to manager apps here. Say that, click on here, manager app, and it is asking for the username and password. What's the username? Tomcat. Password? You see this here? So this is Tomcat web application manager. So by default, these are the things that we have. But do we have our own application here? No. If you want to do what you can do, you can deploy, you can choose the file. Do we have the var file with us here now? Where is the var file? Excellent. Where is the var file? Online, you tell me. Offline answered. Online. There is the var file. Where is the var file? Online in the Jenkins server. Where is the var file in the Jenkins server? So if you have var file in your laptop, what you can do? Choose and then deploy. Directly you can deploy. But is it good manually we deploy? Who will should deploy now? Jenkins should deploy. Who should deploy? You understand how I'm integrating now? So now where should we go? We need to go to Jenkins and then configure our Tomcat server details in Jenkins. Is this clear? Online, is this clear? Super. So now where should I go? Let's go to Jenkins. Now here, by default, the Jenkins knows. Does the Jenkins know Tomcat? What we need to install? Fantastic. What we need to install? Plugins. What we need to install? Plugins. See, remember, because Jenkins doesn't know about the Tomcat. So to make Jenkins know about the Tomcat, we need to install the plugin. Tell me how to install the plugin. Go to Manage Jenkins. Go to Plugins. Available plugins. And then here we have a plugin called Deploy to Container. Say that. deploy to container plugin. Do you see this here? So select this and then install. Now it is installing. Don't worry, just concentrate. I wrote everything here. Okay. So what we need to do now? We need to install plugin. What is the plugin that we have installed here? Deploy to container. So there is a question here. Sir, only one, sir. How to find out those plugin names? Google. Google karo. Enjoy karo. Okay. Okay. So see here, plugin got installed or not? Guys, plugin got installed. Now what we do? Let's go to our job. Let's go to the job. So job is the guy we need to do it right or not? So go to configure. Or can you create a new job? Let's create a new job then. Let's create a new job. Huh? Okay. Tell me how to create a new job. Then what we do here now? Tomcat deployment. Which one? Please click on. Okay. For now, we'll go with the freestyle project only. But from tomorrow onwards, we'll go with the pipelines. So here, this build is to get code from GitHub. Build using Maven create. Super. Maven create artifacts. Artifact is deployed in. That is the line. Whole story. Summary of the story. Right. Okay. So what we do? Go with the Git. So let's go with our code. Still issue. Oh, GitHub. Okay. Copy this. And you know this already. We have done this, right? Let's go to paste it. Next, go to build step. And what we do? Invoke. Then. So what does it do? So Jenkins will collect the code from the GitHub. It will pull the code from the GitHub, and then this Maven will build. It will test. It will create the artifact. It will create the artifact. Yes or no? Now what happens is, after creating artifact, where is that artifact? Inside the target folder or not? Where is the artifact inside the target folder? Now this Jenkins need to take that var file artifacts, need to deploy to Tomcat. Yes or no? It deploy to where? Tomcat. So now what we need to do next is here, post build action. Once the build is done, what we need to do next? Deploy. So can you see here? Deploy var to a container. Select that. Okay. So here we need to write what is our var file and where is that var file. Where is our var file? In the target folder. So this is the Tomcat deployment will download that code from GitHub and it will build and it will create a target file, target directory. Either you can put target or you can put just what? /star.var. Star.var meaning here, what is the name that I have used here? My app, right? What is the var file name? My app. It can be any name. So that's why I'm putting here star. So what I'm putting here star/star1. Oh, only one will be there. Output will be only one. If you have multiple, just in case, put the exact name. Put the exact name. Abhishek, sir is asking, sir, why star here? Star meaning the previous directory. Previous directory, or it can be any directory. And star meaning star.var meaning anything dot var. Dinesh, Abhishek, got it? Both. So here context path, you can give something, any name. I call it as my web app. And then here, carefully and try to understand, guys. Add a container. So what is the Tomcat latest version that it has? But it has maximum 9. Go with the 9. No problem. And do you see here credentials? So Jenkins need to talk to Tomcat, right? So Tomcat has the credentials. What is the credentials? Tomcat root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we need to configure the credentials here or not? Okay, GT online. It is very important. I'm going very slow. Please try to understand. Or should I remove it and then do it again? Continue. Or should I remove it and do it again? Continue, remove. Online. Continue. Okay, good. Anyways, you have the recordings. So please go through the recordings. Okay, so here we have the credentials. So do you have any credentials here? Now what we need to do? Add. Click on add. So here click on Jenkins. So all your credentials will be under this Jenkins guy. So click on it and it will ask for the add credentials. So what is the username that we have here? Tomcat. What is the password? Root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for information we need to have, let's call it as Tomcat credentials. Description also I call it as Tomcat threads. You can give any name. Click on here. Understood how to create the credentials here? Click on add. And then once you add, many people do this mistake. They don't select it. You need to select the Tomcat. Otherwise authentication will not happen and build will fail. I'm telling you the possible errors also. Next, what it is asking for? Tomcat URL. Where is our Tomcat URL? This one. Copy. And then here paste. But this thing is not required. Is this clear? This how to do the post build actions? Online clear? Everyone, please. Let's go move on and then see what are the things that we have done. We created a new build. We wrote some nice description here, and we have mentioned the Java project here. It can be any project. Java project I have mentioned. Come down. Which branch? Master branch, because it has a master branch. Come down, and then here in the build step, I have used invoke top level Maven targets, and we have given here clean package. And in post builds, what I did, and before when do we get deploy var here to container? When you install the plugin. When you install the plugin, then only you get this option. So select this, and then what is the var file that you have? I have mentioned the path details and context path. You can give some name. So with the same name, here application will get created. What are the paths that we have here? Say read it. Talks, examples, host manager. Do you have any other application running? So now our Jenkins will deploy to the Tomcat directly. Let's see. And what I did here, we don't have credentials and we added the credentials. How did we add it? Click on add and then give the credentials and select the credentials and give the Tomcat URLs. And click on here, save. And what we do now? Build. Should we do it? If I do build, what will happen now? Tell me from first. It will get the code from, pull the code from GitHub. Which one will build? Maven will build, create artifacts and Next, Jenkins will deploy the WAR file to Tomcat using the plugin. This is have it done manually or automatically. Deployment is doing automatically or not. Let's do the build now. So let's see building happening. Test is happening. What is this? Finished. Success. That was quite fast. Let's see whether it deployed or not. Do we have anything here after manager? If I refresh, ooh, my web app got deployed. And you know what is that application is? Should I click on it? And whatever till day one we are using the Java project where for deployment still now. You know what is that about? And that is nothing but Disney Hotstar. Boom boom. Oh, should I? Right? Yes, that's the same thing here. Same thing here. Right? No, only fine. Guys, this is clear? Now, if something happens here, automatically, see, now what we do, if someone modified any code here, I want automatically this to be deployed. What I need to do here? Webhook. What's that? Webhook. Remember we have done it. So already we created a webhook or not? We already created a webhook. So what I need to do? I need to go here in the build and we need to configure and we need to enable what? So let's do. Which one we need to enable here? This one or not? Click on save. So if I go ahead in the source, in the main web app, index.html, edit it. Let's try to edit something. Office. Come into changes. Okay. So what will happen now? Do you see this? Build started automatically, and the build started, and deployment will be automatically happening in Tomcat again. Any downtime? Anything here? Next, the version will be uploaded. Just product will be uploaded there or not? Without any downtime. So this is called continuous integration and continuous deployment. Step phase 1 for you. This is just a trailer. This is just a trailer. Picture away. Those. Should I tell you one more small? I have 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, I'll set up one more thing also. As we have the 5 apps. So this is a success or not? And it's already deployed. And then if I refresh, I have my stuff. Okay. Okay. See here. See guys here. GitHub code is there. Maven build and test happened. Okay now. And the WAR file it got deployed into Tomcat. Correct? Where is the WAR file? Where is the WAR file? Where is the WAR file stored? In which server? Jenkins server. Where is the WAR file stored? Where is the WAR file stored louder? The WAR file. Okay. So the WAR file is stored inside the Jenkins server. What happened if Jenkins goes down? What happened if the Jenkins server stopped or terminated? What will happen? WAR file is gone or not? WAR file is gone or not? So we need to store this WAR file in some other place or not? Which is the tool? Which is the tool we have learned? Say that. Nexus. Nexus, anyways, I'll teach you. But I'll teach you a little bit different now. That in AWS, where is that? Who is our there? Dil mein kya hai bhai? AWS hai. Lagao, under S3 pe. Should we go and save it in S3 now? This is the real time that we are doing it. Right? So now what we do is simply, as we have the build running, so my WAR file need to be stored in where? S3. How do we do this? So again, if the Jenkins wants to talk to AWS S3, we need to install what? Plugins. We need to install plugin or not? Online. We need to install the plugin. So tell me how to install the plugin. Go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, and then here, plugins. So here we have something called S3 publisher. Say that. Put S3. Automatically got here. You see S3 publisher. Install it. And then let it install. I think it's good to restart it. It's restarting it. Jenkins itself will restart. We check the checkbox in the last. So it is restarting. It's always good because it's a safe restart. Now tell me Jenkins need to talk to AWS. We install plugin. But if you install plugin, also plugin need to talk to AWS. So how does authentication will happen? Using credentials. Which credentials? How do you authenticate AWS? Hey, PEM file is used to log into the EC2 instance. How to access S3? How do you put your login here? Programmatical access. Access key and secret key. Say that again. Access key and secret key. So first what we need to do? We need to generate access keys and secret keys. Let's keep it. First create a access keys. Where we should go? Go to IAM and let's create some keys. So where? Users. Go here. Credentials. And here create key. Oops. Okay. So copy it. So I didn't wrote that here. So I'm just putting here and then here. Okay. So we need to configure this in Jenkins or not? So where to configure it? Go to the dashboard. Go to manage Jenkins and go to here. Which one? Your entire working, the entire DevOps course will be under system, tools, plugins. These three mainly, right? Let's go to where? Systems. Okay. So inside this, if you come down and search here for, can we search it? S3. If you come to S3, do you see this here? We have S3 profiles. So what we do? We need to click on add. Let's create a profile. We need to mention your access key secret keys here. Click on add. Profile name, I call it as what? AWS. Let's something. Access key. And here. Secret key. In advance, do we have anything? So that's fine. And then save. So credentials got saved in my Jenkins. Now where should I go? Let's go to our build. Let's go to our build and tell the build, Babu, once you have deployed it to my Tomcat and keep my WAR file into S3. So if I want to keep it, we need to create a S3 bucket or not. So let's go to S3 bucket. This is the whole project we are doing. Yes or no? Yes or no? Real time. Let's click on here, create, and then let's create a, let's say Jenkins var artifacts. Okay. Let's go to the private bucket. Let's see. Okay, we created the private bucket. Okay, get the information. Okay. So now where should we go? Let's go to our Jenkins. So let's go to our job. Tomcat deployment. Let's click on here, configure. If you come down, and where we should go? Post build actions or not? After the build happens, next time what here? Post build actions. If you go here, there's something called public artifacts to S3. And what is the S3 profile here? AWS S3 information, right? Okay. Files to upload. What's that here? Files to upload. Click on it. And then here, what is the source that we need to upload? Very good. Star.var. Very good. Do you want to exclude anything here? No. So destination bucket to copy the bucket and then put it here slash. You can put your target or deployment, whichever you want. If you want to create a, so what is the prefix? So here, storage class, standard bucket region, AP South -1. And by default, our bucket is encrypted or not? Select server side encryption. Is it clear? Add post build actions, and what we do, select the S3 profile and then source and then destination and then region details and then server side. Click on. Now what I do? Let's see the magic. Let's see. So what is doing? Now it is pulling the code. It is building. It is testing. It is creating artifacts. It is deploying into Tomcat and storing the var file to what it says here. Success, right? So let's go here and refresh. Target, and there we go. Enable versioning here. And how many times you do the deployment? Those many versions will be created. So your var file is safe or not? This is the project. Small project. One of the project. So what we did, we have completed the entire pipeline or not? I will not say pipeline. This is we have done through GUI completely. Freestyle project. From tomorrow onwards, what we do is, we'll go with the pipeline code script. We'll go with the code. How to do this entire, whatever we have done, whatever the code we have pulled, whatever the build that we have done, how we have deployed to the Tomcat, how we have pushing to the S3 or Nexus, everything we'll be doing through code. And that is called pipelines. What is it called? Pipelines. You understand? But whatever today we have done on what? Freestyle project. Which one? Everything is GUI. Tomorrow we'll write with the code. Pipeline codes. Which one? No, it will not. Jenkins is a CS central server. If you stop the Jenkins, nothing will happen. Because Jenkins, you need to run the build, right? If you run the build, then only the code will get connected from GitHub and the deployment will happen. If you just stop the Jenkins machines, if someone could change it or push it, nothing will happen. Because Webhooks has created to your Jenkins server. Got it? Online? DevOps no theory, only practicals. Already I have told you this. Yes. So if I change the code again build will happen or not? So go ahead, what do you do? You can go and enable the versioning or not for this. For this bucket, what do you do? Go ahead and then enable the versioning. Enable the versioning. Using the yes. Okay, see here, who is that? Vidit is asking, please change the code once. So okay, so I'm changing the code again. All these things you can do by yourself. Change the code, modify, delete the code also. No issues, huh? So modify some code. If I modify the code, what will happen now? Let's see. Start it. And then what will happen? You see. We have enabled versioning also. Now version should be created or not? Let's see. Success. So my application is working. Refresh. Superly working. Okay. I go to here. S3 buckets. And then I have my var file. Show versions. And you have the latest. What else you need, huh? Okay. So do we have the copy of var files in Jenkins also? Yes. Go here. Where to go and check? CD. Var lib. Jenkins. Workspace. Which one? CD. Tomcat. And inside that, target. You see var file also? So this is the var file. This is a var file that you have deployed and that you have stored inside the S3. So I have already taught you how to push to S3, and in coming classes, I'll be teaching you how to store this in Nexus. Latest one, of course. Okay, so here Vidit is saying 3 years experience. Oh, yeah, he's already experienced guy, already working with Gupta, right? He's also telling that this is how we'll be doing in the real time, right? Good now. Okay, so I already crossed 10 minutes. Yeah, will you able to do this? I want you to do this and then come tomorrow, because you'll feel very confident. Every day I'll tell the same thing. Please complete the practice and come. It is up to you now. Okay, if you complete it, it will be good for you. And tomorrow we'll go with what? Jenkins pipelines. I'll also make that very easy for you. Whatever. Okay, now let me ask. It has been a long time that I have asked. How are the classes? How are the DevOps? I used to ask in AWS. Now I'm asking in DevOps. How are the DevOps classes? Let us take a feedback. Boom, boom. Awesome. Offline. Sound. Okay, super. Online. Don't ask this question. You're super. Okay. Full real time, sir, and good. Too much. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Nice. I know what are the feedbacks that you are given in AWS. I still, whenever, you know what, whenever I'm alone, whenever I'm just thinking, right, what I do, I open the Facebook page that you wrote the feedbacks. I start reading all those things. that gives me a lot of boost and then confidence. So not about confidence, but the thing is, I feel very happy because if someone is coming and tell you, sir, because of this we got, because of you we got jobs, because of you, and recently there's so many people came and then they met me, right, that they got the jobs already. Okay, so Moizuddin is saying a little fast for freshers. Oh, let me ask this: here non-IT students also there. Is it faster? 1000 to 1000% not fast. If you feel this is fast, nowhere in the world you don't get it at all. 100 to 100%. So you, whenever you do the practice, it will be good. DevOps is not for listening purpose. DevOps is practice. Right? Okay. Okay, good. So enough with this exposure. Yeah, very good. All right. So can you get the final CC for today, please? Online. How many classes left, sir? We still have Jenkins. I need to do Jenkins pipeline. I need to integrate SonarCube. I need to integrate Nexus. Right? Right. And then I need to integrate OWASP. Right? SonarCube scanner. I need to. All these things will come under Jenkins. So after Jenkins, I've already got you Tomcat, how to set up Tomcats. Then we'll go for Ansible. After Ansible, Docker. After Docker, Kubernetes. After Docker, also we can go Prometheus, Grafana. We'll do 1 day, 2 days class, and then we'll go for what? Kubernetes, and then Terraform. After that, 2 projects. This is the map. Still a lot of this. February end, Pakka. Pakka. February, and also I'll teach, right? ECS, EKS, ECR, Fargate. That also will do. Okay. Okay. So can you get the final CC for today, please?